Here's how we make roses, little teeny tiny ones. You start off with some clay, and I rolled it out on a number 6. Some rose-colored clay. And you make little circles. I just have a circle cutter, so I just cut out circles. And you need an odd number.
What are you doing?
But anyway, you take this, showing how to
What
make.
are you doing?
I'm making roses. You can blunt the edges, first of all. Just kind of squish them flat a little bit. And your very first one, you're going to take and just roll. And let's see how close I can get this without it getting fuzzy. Alright. Well, anyway, there's your center. And then you're going to take, Catherine, they can't see. Take another circle and kind of blunt the edges. See my dirty fingernails? Yeah, I've been working out in the garden for days now.
What are you doing?
I'm making a rose. And you take your next one and put it just a little bit higher up. Let me back it up a little. You guys are too close. It's going to be fuzzy. Put it a little higher than the first one, and then roll it around. And then your next one, these are the petals. Remember, blunt the edges, so just kind of squish it gently.
Mom,
Yes, Catherine.
that doesn't look like in the middle. It doesn't.
Okay.
The little part.
So you take the next one and you're going to do it about 1/3 of the way around. And you're going to go around again. And before you do it too tight, not the very center, but the next one's out, you're going to push back just a teeny tiny bit. And then you have the beginning of your rose.
That doesn't look like the middle of the rose.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. So you squish another piece.
Can I please have the circle cutter?
Yeah. Here.
I need to cut
Just wait.
one.
And you're taking petal number 3 and you're putting it off, not right behind the next one. And generally, like when you're making Wilton roses for cakes, you do odd numbers, always odd numbers, because that makes it look more natural. You do the center, and then you do 3 petals, 5 petals, 7 petals, and depending on how big you want it, that's how many petals you keep going around. So I'm gonna do another layer. Catherine, you're right in the light, sweetie.
Mom.
And I'm going to keep going around and I'll be right back. Okay, so while she's in the potty, see, I've gone around and around with the roses and pulled back each little petal. And it's really fun if you use some of the clay, like you lighten some of your clay and roll it out, and then you have some circles that are lighter colored but still the same shade. And you start in the middle with a lighter color or darker color, usually lighter in the middle and then it gets darker on the outsides. It's really fun. It makes a great effect. On the back side, you can see this is really, and this is a really big rose because it's easier for you guys to see me make it. For miniature dollhouse, you'd probably want it a lot smaller. And anyway, you take the back without messing up the front, and you're going to kind of start squishing it. And depending on what you're going to do with it, if you're going to cut it off for like a cake, then you would just take a pair of scissors or a blade or something and cut it off straight. And you can always, because this is going to get kind of long, you can take some of it off. And you can take a piece of wire or a toothpick. A little toothpick. And you can just stick your little toothpick here. If you wanted, you could paint this green if you wanted to actually use a toothpick or just use a green wire, and then you have your rose. It just depends on what you're going to do with it. So that's how you actually make the rose.